He wasn't born in a palace. He wasn't born into wealth, power, or influence. In fact, he was born into the opposite. This is the story of Wang Chuanfu, the founder of BYD, and it begins in a place you'd never expect. The year is 1966. The place, a poor, rural village in China. It was a time when the country was grappling with severe food shortages, and life was brutally hard for everyone. But for young Wang Chuanfu, it was about to get even harder. Before he was old enough to truly understand the world, he lost both of his parents. He became an orphan, left with nothing. Imagine being a child with no father to protect you and no mother to comfort you. Imagine living in such extreme poverty that your next meal is never a guarantee. While other children had warm homes and the security of a family, Wang had only himself and his older brother. They relied on each other just to survive. He went to school in simple, worn-out clothes, a constant reminder of his circumstances. At night, while others slept soundly, he studied relentlessly under a weak, dim light, convinced that education was his only escape. This poverty, this hardship, didn't break him. It forged him. It lit a fire inside him that would never go out. He poured all his energy into his studies, excelling in mathematics and science. China was powerful, but it was dependent, relying heavily on imports for the most critical components. He saw a cycle of dependency, and a dangerous idea started to form in his mind. Why can't we build our own batteries? Why should we always have to depend on others? This question haunted him. It was a spark that refused to be extinguished. In 1995, armed with a small loan from a relative and a team of just 20 employees, Wang Chuanfu took the biggest risk of his life. In a modest, rented room, he founded a tiny company. He called it BYD, Build Your Dreams. From the very beginning, the world was against him. People laughed. Industry experts dismissed him. They said the market was already controlled by giants from Japan and the United States. They said the technology was far too complex for a small startup to master. They told him he would fail within months. But they didn't understand something fundamental about Wang Chuanfu. He knew poverty intimately. And when you've already survived the worst, you are no longer afraid of failure. BYD's first business was making rechargeable batteries for mobile phones. The competition was fierce, and the company had almost no capital. To compete, Wang made a brilliant move. Instead of buying expensive automated machinery like his Japanese rivals, he broke down the manufacturing process into steps that could be done by hand. They were the future. And BYD, thanks to Wang's insane gamble years earlier, was perfectly positioned to lead the charge. Fast forward to today. The company that started in a small room with 20 people is now one of the largest electric vehicle manufacturers in the world. It competes directly with Tesla, and in some quarters, even outsells them. BYD sells millions of vehicles, not just in China, but across the globe, from Europe to Latin America. Wang Chuanfu, the poor orphan from a rural village, is now a multi-billionaire, a titan of industry who is leading a global clean energy revolution. And yet, the man himself remains unchanged by his extraordinary success. He currently lives in Shenzhen, the same city where he founded BYD. Unlike many billionaires who flaunt their wealth, Wang actively avoids luxury and media attention. He is known for his incredibly modest lifestyle. For years, he lived in simple company housing alongside his employees. It's said that he still lives in a normal home near BYD's headquarters, choosing to be close to his work rather than living in some extravagant mansion. He is a man defined by his mission, not his money. This isn't just a story about cars or batteries. This is the story of a man who was broken by life at a young age, who faced unimaginable hardship, and who rebuilt himself from absolutely nothing.